May 2023. Stephen Schwartz, a lawyer with 30 years of experience, submits a brief to federal court. It contains 6 case citations. All of them are fiction. May 2024. Google's AI tells users to add glue to their pizza. The company's response? They called them isolated examples. It's not just legal citations. AI invents flight prices, fabricates research papers, generates false medical information. Different industries, same pattern. 3 different failures. 1 disturbing pattern. While users get disbarred, misled, and harmed, the companies profit. These weren't accidents. They were inevitable because we found something in the business model itself. Tonight, we exposed the most profitable design flaw of the 21st century, one where confidence substitutes for truth, and you bear all the risk. Our first clue: the lawyer claimed his AI was reliable. He was half right. Schwartz asked ChatGPT for legal precedents. It gave him 6 cases. He asked if they were real. It said yes. He asked for the full text. It provided detailed judicial opinions. Everything was fiction. The cases, the judges, the legal reasoning, fabricated with perfect confidence. Judge Castell's opinion didn't mince words. Bogus decisions, bogus quotes, bogus citations. Here's what we found in the architecture. The AI isn't searching a database of facts. It's predicting what words should come next based on statistical patterns. There is no fact-checking mechanism. There is no verify before output function.
What's the precedent for airline liability in New York?
Well, I need to check the current case law, but I think maybe the Second Circuit ruling from 2018? Or was it 2019? Let me verify that before I cite it. I don't want to misstate the holding.
The controlling precedent is Vargas v. Matute, 956 F2D 1337, 11th Sir, 1992, which established that airlines have strict liability for passenger injuries during turbulence under the Montreal Convention. The court held that the...
Notice something? The human shows doubt. The machine shows certainty. Which one would you trust? This isn't a bug in how you think. It's a feature of how they designed it. Published research shows users prefer confident answers over accurate uncertainty. An AI that says, "I don't know," scores lower in user satisfaction, even when it's being honest. Companies know this. There's another factor: speed. Adding verifications slows response time. In user testing, every second of delay increases the chance someone switches to a competitor. Verification costs users. Confidence keeps them. The machine doesn't have a conscience. It only has a pattern. And that pattern was designed without a safety switch because speed matters more than truth. Now let's see why. Our second clue was hiding in plain sight: the money. November 2022. OpenAI launches ChatGPT. Within 100 days, every tech giant has shipped their version. Not because they were ready, because they had to. AI safety researchers recommend 18 to 24 months of testing before deployment. The actual timeline? 3 to 4 months from announcement to public launch. The calculation is simple. First to market wins users. Second to market wins nothing. Here's the calculation any company faces. Improving accuracy requires massive investment and time. During that delay, competitors capture users who are notoriously hard to win back. The math favors speed. The pattern is in their own words: moving quickly, speed of innovation, iterative deployment. Accuracy? Never mentioned in earnings calls. Error reduction targets? Not once. Because shareholders don't reward careful, they reward fast. But here's the second part of the pattern. This clause, in OpenAI's terms of service. You agreed to it when you clicked accept. Same day they launched to the public. It's not just OpenAI. Every platform transfers risk to users. You thought you were buying a service. You were actually buying insurance for them. Every hallucination, every error, every fabricated fact, legally your responsibility now. Stephen Schwartz was fined, humiliated, nearly disbarred. OpenAI, they issued a reminder to use caution. No refund, no apology. No change to the system. Legally, they're completely protected. May 2024. Google tells people to add glue to pizza. The advice came from a joke Reddit post. The AI couldn't distinguish from serious advice. Google's response? They focused on the vast majority that worked. The error went viral. Millions of impressions. That's attention. Attention is monetizable. The pattern is visible in the engagement data. AI mistakes go viral. The pizza glue advice generated over 15 million impressions on Twitter alone. Correct answers? A fraction of that attention. And every impression represents attention they can monetize. The errors become free marketing. Medical AI tools provide health advice with similar disclaimers. Not FDA approved, for informational purposes only. Did you read the full terms before asking about your symptoms? Most don't. That's what they're counting on. The pattern is emerging. They're not failing to fix hallucinations. They're succeeding at building a business model where accuracy is optional, but profit is guaranteed. But there's one more clue, the oldest one of all. Our final clue comes from a different century, 1850. Liverpool shipping magnates face a problem. 8 to 10% of their ships sink every year. They have two options. Option 1, build safer ships. More expensive, much longer to construct, during which time competitors capture your trade routes. Option 2, buy insurance, transfer the risk, profit from the speed. Ships still sink, but the insurance company, not you, pays for the loss. They chose speed, and they pioneered something, contractual risk transfer. The legal language from 1850. All risk and peril of the seas transferred to underwriter upon payment of premium. Let the ships sink. Someone else pays. Now look at this. Same pattern, same legal structure. The ships are the AIs. The ocean is the internet. The sinking is the hallucination. And you're not the customer. You're the insurance policy. This pattern has a name in economics. Manufactured externality. Create a profitable product. Identify the harm. Disclose it somewhere. Transfer the liability. Collect the profit. But AI adds something new. Manufactured authority. Research spanning decades shows humans defer to confident automated systems. Even when our instincts say otherwise, we evolve to trust confident leaders in our tribe. AI weaponizes that evolutionary wiring. Three mechanisms working together. Authority laundering. The AI sounds confident, so you trust it. Distributed liability. Millions of users means scattered harm. No single crisis. Plausible deniability. They warned you. It's in the terms you agreed to. Now, watch what happens when we connect all three clues. This is where the pattern becomes visible. We take the machine with no conscience from Exhibit A, the AI designed without verification, and connect it to the profit calculation from Exhibit B. Verification adds delay. Delay loses markets. Speed wins users. Speed requires accepting errors. So we connect it to the liability shield, the terms of service that say, you accepted the risk when you clicked agree. Legal immunity for them. Total exposure for you. We link that to the historical pattern. The 1850 playbook. Externalize risk through contract. Make the customer the insurance policy. They did it with ships and seas. Now they're doing it with AI and information. And here's the fourth connection, the one that makes it inescapable. Errors generate engagement. The pizza glue advice? 15 million impressions. That attention generates revenue. Revenue justifies the speed. Speed guarantees more errors. It's a feedback loop. What emerges isn't three separate problems. It's one machine. A 5-stage system for monetizing error while externalizing risk. Stage 1, design without verification. It's faster. Stage 2, launch before competitors. Capture the market. Stage 3, disclaim liability and terms of service. Transfer the risk. Stage 4, monetize the engagement. Errors drive traffic. Stage 5, externalize accountability. Blame users for not verifying. Each stage enables the next. It's a closed loop. The system works because harm is distributed and profit is concentrated. One lawyer loses his career. The company gains 100 million users. A dozen people follow bad advice. The platform collects data from 1 billion queries. Students fail courses. Professionals face sanctions. Publishers print falsehoods. Developers ship broken code. Each person trusted the AI. Each person bears the consequences. The companies? They're doing fine. The revelation. They're not failing to fix hallucinations. They're succeeding at building an economy where your trust is monetized, your risk is required, and their profit is the only guaranteed outcome. So how do you survive a system designed to profit from your misplaced trust? First, assume hallucination until verified. Treat every AI output as a draft requiring human review. For high-stakes decisions, legal, medical, financial, academic, never trust AI without expert verification. The more confident it sounds, the more carefully you should check. Second, understand the liability transfer. Read the terms before trusting the tool. You're legally responsible for AI errors. Document everything. Save prompts, save outputs, save dates. If there are consequences, you'll need evidence you relied on their tool in good faith. Third, demand accountability infrastructure. Support regulation requiring accuracy standards and verification systems. Choose companies that actually implement safeguards. Report harmful hallucinations publicly. Companies respond to reputational risk when they ignore ethical duty. Vote with your attention and your data. These aren't hypothetical risks. Stephen Schwartz trusted ChatGPT. His 3-decade legal career is now a cautionary tale. Students trust AI for research. They fail classes for submitting fabricated sources. Professionals trust AI for applications. They lose opportunities for false claims they didn't know were invented. The hallucination economy runs on asymmetry. They have legal teams, terms of service, and billions in capital. You have trust, attention, and assumed reliability. It's not a fair fight, but awareness is the first weapon. And you're not alone. Every confident answer from an AI is a test of your skepticism. Every "I agree" you click is an insurance policy covering their risk, not yours. Every hallucination you don't catch is free quality control they chose not to fund. They've automated confidence and outsourced verification. To you, two paths forward. One where we keep trusting machines that weren't designed to be trustworthy. Another where we demand that tools serving billions be held to standards beyond use caution. The AIs will keep hallucinating. The companies will keep profiting. The question is, will you keep being the insurance policy? Stephen Schwartz could have stopped. One citation, one verification, one moment of doubt overriding machine confidence. His expertise versus its certainty. He chose trust. Don't make his mistake. The hallucination economy is counting on your continued trust. It needs your attention to fuel growth, your data to train models, your acceptance of liability to shield profit. They've designed a system where you bear all risk and they collect all reward. It only works if you don't see the pattern. But here's what they can't automate: your awareness. Once you see the five-stage system, you can't unsee it. Once you understand the liability transfer, you can't unknow it. Once you recognize manufactured confidence, you stop mistaking it for truth. The machine generates plausible fictions. The company collects the profit. The terms of service transfer the liability. And you are supposed to trust it all without question. But now you know. Accuracy becomes optional when profit is guaranteed, unless you make verification mandatory by refusing to be the insurance policy. Your mission? Document the hallucinations you encounter. Screenshot them. Record the date, context, and consequences. Share them in the comments. Together, we're building the evidence they don't want compiled. Every hallucination you document is data. Every consequence you share is proof. Which company's AI is most dangerous? What patterns do you see? Share your findings. Remember, every pattern leaves a trail. We follow it. And this time, we're following it straight to the systems that turned your trust into their product and your risk into their profit.